Vietnamese state president attends UN 80th anniversary.
Ukrainian President Zelensky meets Trump during visit to New York.
VSIP Nghệ An, a place to connect investment and sustainable development.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. On the morning of September 22nd local time, State President Lương Cường led a Vietnamese delegation to New York for a high-level meeting. Celebrating the 80th anniversary of the United Nations, the event brought together more than 100 heads of state, 46 prime ministers, and leaders of international and regional organizations.
Speaking at the event, President of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly Annalena Baerbock and UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres emphasized the organization's central role in promoting peace, sustainable development and human rights. They also called on all nations to uphold international law, promote the UN Charter, and cooperate toward peace, justice and progress for all. In a bilateral meeting with President Luong Quang, Secretary-General Guterres praised Vietnam's active role in the UN's priority areas and expressed a desire to strengthen cooperation with Vietnam. For his part, President Luong Quang reaffirmed Vietnam's strong commitment to multilateralism, support for comprehensive UN reform, and called on the organization to increase support for developing countries, including Vietnam.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky traveled to New York for the UN General Assembly's high-level week. During the visit, he's holding key bilateral meetings with world leaders, including a high-profile meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump set against the backdrop of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict.
The talks between the two leaders takes place just a month after their last encounter in Washington. The Kyiv government hopes the meeting will provide clearer signals on the future of security commitments as well as U.S. sanctions policy towards Russia, two key issues for Ukraine at the moment. Although the U.S. has approved a new $500 million weapons package for Ukraine, Trump's indecisiveness on imposing sanctions against Russia remains a concern for Kyiv. In addition, President Zelensky also has a packed schedule, including several bilateral meetings and a summit co-hosted by Ukraine and Canada with the participation of 38 delegations. These efforts aim to boost international support for Ukraine, particularly from Western partners.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has directed immediate steps to reduce commercial housing prices so they better reflect market conditions and match what people can afford. He gave this instruction at the first meeting of the Central Steering Committee on Housing and Real Estate Policy.
The Prime Minister emphasized the need for a healthy, safe real estate market that supports social welfare and macroeconomic stability. To bring down housing prices, it's essential to increase supply, promote social housing, reduce land and material costs, and lower input expenses. The government is also pushing for administrative reform, decentralization and infrastructure investment to expand housing development space. The Prime Minister urged the swift completion of the National Housing Fund by the end of September and tasked the Ministry of Construction with selecting capable, reputable enterprises to participate in specific social housing projects. Local governments are also required to balance budgets for infrastructure investment and offer interest rate support for real estate and social housing loans.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The Nghệ An Provincial People's Committee announces a plan to organize a supply-demand connection and agricultural product promotion event from November 5 to 11, 2025, at Central Park in Trong Vinh Ward. The event will feature 120 to 150 booths displaying OCOP products and regional specialties from Nghệ An and other provinces and cities, along with 100 to 120 booths showcasing products from Japanese businesses. An additional 20 to 30 booths will be self-funded by various organizations and individuals. The event aims to promote agricultural products from Nghệ An and other localities nationwide while fostering trade links and sharing experiences with Japanese enterprises.
Dutch publisher Elsevier in collaboration with a research group from Stanford University, USA, released the 7th edition of the global database of the world's most influential scientists in 2025. Accordingly, Vietnam has 9 scientists were listed among the top 10,000 most cited researchers globally, while 70 scientists made it into the top 100,000 this year. Many of them have been honored on the list for several consecutive years. This affirms that an increasing number of Vietnamese scientific works are being widely cited, recognized for their academic value, and making meaningful contributions to global knowledge.
According to the National Center for Hydrometeorological Forecasting, Typhoon number 9, internationally known as Ragasa, is shifting northward. The storm's eye is currently located over the northeastern part of the East Sea and is showing signs of weakening. By midday September 25th, the storm is expected to make landfall in Vietnam, with the most likely affected areas being from Quang Ninh to Hung Yen provinces. The circulation of typhoon will bring heavy rainfall from the night of September 24th to September 26th to northern region, Thanh Hoa and Nguyen provinces. Rainfall is expected to range from 100 to 250 millimeters, with some areas receiving over 400 millimeters. There is a high risk of flooding in low-lying areas, flash floods along rivers, streams and landslides. Previously, the storm swept through northern parts of the Philippines, leaving at least 3 people dead and 5 missing.
VSIP Nghệ An Company Limited, part of Vietnam-Singapore Industrial Park joint venture, was founded in 2015 to build modern industrial, urban, and service infrastructure in Nghệ An province. Over the past decade, it has played a major role in attracting investment, driving industrial growth, creating jobs, and supporting the province's economic restructuring and sustainable development.
Over a decade of investment of development in Nguyen province, VSIP has invested in 3 projects with a total registered capital of over $570 million United States dollars. The industrial parks developed by VSIP Nguyen have attracted 58 investors with 61 secondary projects, totaling nearly 65 trillion Vietnamese dongs in registered investment capital, including 40 FDI projects of nearly $3 billion United States dollars. VSIP has created jobs for 35,000 local workers and is one of the largest contributors to the provincial budget. Currently, VSIP Nguyen is a leading foreign enterprise playing a key role in industrial park development and attracting foreign investment to Nguyen province. The company also actively contributes to social welfare initiatives. We hope that in the future, VSIP Nguyen will further enhance the quality of its industrial parks, establish integrated ecosystems and promote the development of modern industry, high-quality services, and well-equipped urban areas. In addition to remarkable result in attracting investment and promoting economic development, VSIP Nguyen also always focuses on social activities, contributing positively to the local community. Since its establishment, the company has carried out numerous social welfare activities in the province, with a total support value exceeding 21 billion Vietnamese dongs.
So VSIP Nghệ An has done a lot of effort
in our development process in Nguyen, VSIP places a special emphasis on the lives and welfare of our employees, coordinating with investors and businesses within the industrial park to provide essential utilities and infrastructure. In the coming time, we plan to build social housing within the VSIP Nguyen urban area to provide affordable and quality accommodation for low-income workers.
As Vietnam deeply integrates into the global supply chain, VSIP Nguyen Co. Limited has become a shining example of sustainable industrial development. More than just a hub for investment and production, VSIP Nguyen is a source of opportunities for thousands of workers. A place where green and modern urban areas are taking shape. It is a driving force for Nguyen's strong and sustainable development, affirming the province's position on the national industrial map.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.